Hello and welcome. You know how sometimes people will come into your life and then go out of your life? Well, I think that sometimes that happens with things as well. And a case in point is my Schwinn AL Comp. Now, I bought this bike just about a year ago with the intent of building it up into a winter road bike. I did make the modifications, but I only rode the bike a couple of times last winter. So, over the course of this past year, the bike has gone through several iterations of upgrades, and I still wasn't riding it as much as I probably should have been. And it isn't that it's a bad bike, it's just that I bought another bike. That's a big surprise. So I decided to sell the Schwinn. I know, I can't believe I'm saying that. I'm going to sell one of my bikes, oh no! But here's the thing. I'm not using it. It's just sitting around, hopefully not gathering rust, because after all, it is an aluminum frame. And somebody else can get some enjoyment out of it, I'm sure. In fact, I'm going to be showing it to a potential buyer in the next day or so. So that said, I took a bunch of parts and upgrades off the AL Comp and put them on my new bike, a Marin Eldridge Grade 1. For example, the dropper post, things like that. Essentially, I decontented, if that's a word, the Schwinn a little bit. And the buyer is aware of this. I'm not pulling a fast one on her. So, the bike now sports the stock wheels and 7-speed freewheel. It's still got the upgraded IXF 1x with a, I want to say, 32-tooth Snail narrow-wide chainring. It's got the Goodyear tires that I put on it a couple, 3 months ago. And you would not want to take those down a double black, maybe, but they're good all-around trail tires. The bike still has the upgraded Risk sealed bearing conversion kit for the head tube, and for $18, that Risk set was really good. It's so much smoother than the caged bearings. The bike also has a 120mm travel SR Suntour XCM 30 spring fork with a manual lockout. This is the fork that came stock on my Polygon Siskiyou D5, and I ran that the entire first season I owned that bike. Went anywhere I wanted to with it. Is it the most sophisticated fork in the world? Heck no. But it's better than the stock Schwinn fork was, let me tell you. And what else? I put the carbon fiber handlebar back on it, and I added a longer diamondback stem. I chose that one because it has a slight rise. I put a set of snafu lock-on grips on it, and when I went to the 1x conversion, I installed, I'm going to say Altus trigger shifter, and that remains. The bike also has an UNO Alloy Seatpost with a 2-bolt clamp, and I picked up a padded saddle last summer on Amazon for like, I don't know, $15. And that's a lot more comfortable than what I was running on it. And the bike is a nice general trails bike. It can do moderate single tracks, I would say certainly greens, maybe some blues. It's great for climbing up fire roads and such. And I really think that this bike, even in stock form, would be an excellent bike to take on rail trails, packed gravel roads, things of that nature. It would probably also in stock form be good for commuting around town. But stock form and I don't really mix well, and that's why I had put all these modifications over the past year into it. But there comes a time when collecting becomes dangerously close to hoarding. And I know that flies in the face of N+1. But realistically, I'm not using the bike. Somebody else can get some enjoyment out of it. And why just let the bike languish in my shed? So I will be selling it. Am I going to be sad to see it go? Well, a little bit. I don't form emotional attachments to objects. That said, I did have a lot of fun doing all the different upgrades on this bike, and that's what I really liked about it. It's easy to upgrade. I have often said, and I still to this day maintain, that the AL Comp is a basically good bike that is burdened by low price point specifications. It's got that really nice alloy frame with good welds. It's even got a gusset under the down tube. All that said, it is time to say goodbye, and so that is, in fact, what I'm going to do. If you want to know more about this bike, there's a link to a playlist lower left, and there's a link to another video lower right that I think you'll like. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate that. Goodbye, and have a great day.